Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome, gentlemen. All right. All right. Let's cut the B-roll. Here we go. All right, gentlemen. Kelly's going to ask you a question, and you each have 1 minute to respond. All right?
Okay. The first question we have for you, gentlemen. If elected, how do you plan to keep Ward 6 neighborhoods safe? Let's start with you, Mike.
Well, thanks very much for the question. Keeping wards, one of the highlights of my campaign over the last few years, actually, has been talking about neighborhood safety. Working with the local residents, talking to them about the issues that they're facing in front of schools, with our children crossing the street, pedestrians in general. And it's maintaining that level of communication, talking to them on a regular basis, and working with them in the planning department to help make our streets safer for pedestrians and vehicles alike.
Okay, Maksud.
Yes, I have been going to people's door, and that's the big issue, especially in Ward 6. If you see Cluett Boulevard, it's people are running like 100 to 120 speeds like in highway. That's the big issue over there. There are 2 schools in Ward 6. Pedestrian problem, a school in front of, we need to have something in front of a school so people and kids have safe access from those roads. Library is there, there is no pedestrian or controlled traffic light. That's my proposal to have get it done ASAP when I be elected. And Thompson and Kennedy Circle is a serious problem even walking through the residents. So that's my priority to get it done ASAP when I will be in council.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We're on to our next email question. We've gone from safety in neighborhoods. Now we're going to be going to informed. This question, how will you be keeping Ward 6 residents informed if elected? So connecting with your ward. Let's start with you, Maksud.
Yes, I have my website www.maksudsumro.ca. By profession, I'm a financial advisor, so I don't have 9 to 5 jobs. I'm 24/7 days available for everybody. I have been keeping in touch so many clients, not only because of my business, but people trust me, people keep calling me, and the good part is if you can see and go through in the Ward 6, every street you will see 5 to 10 lawn signs over there. People are trusting it, and that's my communication with the people.
With the people, the connection, Mike, to you.
I'll be doing the exact same thing that I've been doing over the last several years, in fact, using my website, mycluett.ca, as a communication tool. I ran back in 2006 and came about 92 votes short of winning, but since that point I've been keeping up with my commitments that I had made back then, issuing regular advisements on what's going on at Town Council, being informed by going to Town Council meetings and knowing what the issues are, and communicating regularly with the people. This is my virtual little campaign office, and after October 25th, it'll be my virtual constituency office as well. So that's how I'll be continuing to keep communicating.
Thank you, Mike. On to our next question. If voted into Ward 6, will you support the 2011 budget if it is over the rate of inflation of 4%? Let's start with you, Mike. You have 1 minute.
Short answer, absolutely not. We have, over the last few years, had several budget meetings that have gone relatively quickly, and I don't think a lot of attention and detail has been taken to the line items. I've gone on record on many times during these debates that I will not support the 2011 budget if it's over the rate of inflation. I think we can sharpen our pencils. I think we can find the savings without cutting the core services, but Milton taxpayers deserve value for their taxpayers' dollars, and 6.91% that's proposed right now is simply too much.
Thank you, Mike. Maksud, your
Yes, I have a copy of a proposal for the budget increase, and I am not going to support this increase at all. I have some highlights even. Municipal inflationary pressure on current expenditures. Municipal price index is 4.23%, and that's traditional in consumer index price. I don't know why they did come from that figure. Secondly, reducing the forecast 7.6% increase in employment benefit. Being a financial expert and an analyst, my education will play a bigger role here. Will it play a part? Because those figures, they are forecasting 25% increase our insurances. Where these figures are coming from, and you are putting these figures and these taxes on the shoulder of the people, that will be my question to fight for it.
Okay, well now, speaking of questions, this is the point where you two get to ask each other a question, and that person has a minute to respond. So let's start with you, Mike, and address your question to Maksud. And Maksud, you have a minute to respond.
Sure.
Great, thank you. Over the course of the campaign since you started in September, you've been talking with Milton residents on your website as well, but talking about cutting taxes. We've got so many things on the go. We have the Arts and Entertainment Center with the financial pressures that the town has to have at that point. We have the Education Village that we have to develop, the Boyne Survey. There's a lot of financial pressures. How could you go to Milton taxpayers and say that you're going to cut their taxes when it's not really realistic to do so at this time?
Thank you, Mike. I was expecting such question from you, and that was my expectation from you. Mississauga has Fortune 500 companies, 65 headquarters. How many do we have here in Milton? If Mississauga can develop the way like it's developing, I think Milton needs the people to bring the change. Milton needs educated people to have this happen, and there will be attraction to businesses to bring it over here, and then you can release the burden from the people's shoulders to put it on some business shoulders.
Okay, and Maksud, you now have a chance to ask Mike
Sure.
a question.
Mike, why you are fighting with provincial government and have, when it's the town who didn't save the dollar or committed the dollar for hospital, and you believe that, why is that you keep blaming on provincial government?
Well, the provincial government is the first step in, and I believe you're talking about the hospital expansion.
Yes.
It is the first step. I supported council, not being on council, mind you, but they made a pledge to put some money ahead. We have to look at what the proposals are going to be for the hospital. We don't have a dollar figure. It would be irresponsible to start pledging X amount of dollars at this point when we don't know what the figure is going to be for the long-range planning. And I will be fighting as a loud voice on council to speak to the representatives at the provincial government level to make sure that, you know what, when it comes to this hospital expansion, we don't need it now. We needed it months ago and years ago. So get off your duff and do something about it. That's the loud voice that I'm going to be putting on council, and I know that the other 11 people that are going to be elected with me on the 25th will do the exact same.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, gentlemen. Your closing statement, you have 30 seconds to tell the voters why they should vote for you come election night. Let's start with you, Mike.
Great. Thank you very much to Milton today for this opportunity. Happy Thanksgiving, more importantly, to everybody. I ran back in 2006, and again, I wasn't successful, but I kept on my promises to communicate with residents in the ward through my website, mycluett.ca, to knock on doors, to attend council meetings, to let people know exactly what's going on in town and how it affects them. I'll continue to do that after October 25th, and my wish is for everybody to, no matter who you're supporting, to get out and vote. Let's get that voter turnout out. This is a big-time election for Milton, and it's important that you vote on October 25th. Thank you.
Again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And I thank you very much who are supporting me, calling me to have lawn signs over there. And that's big support. I am encouraged. I am ready to bring the change. I have skills, experience, and education and leadership skills that can bring change to the Milton. I look forward to your support. If you haven't mind change in your mind, look at the people who are supporting. That's majority have decided it. If you haven't changed your mind, look at my profile and experience. That will bring the change on 25th October. Thank you so much.
These are your Ward 6 candidates, Mike Cluett, Maksud Sumro, and again, their face-to-face interviews are available on miltontoday.tv.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Our Ward 6 candidates. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.